Well, the Iraqi army says Daesh continues to target civilians as the terror group loses more and more ground in Mosul. People injured by mortar and sniper fire are now being treated in makeshift field clinics on the edges of the city. Our correspondent, Zeina Awad, has visited one of these clinics and joins us now live. Hi, Zeina. So you've been sending back some very desperate scenes from these sites. Tell us more about what you've seen from these makeshift hospitals. How are civilians and soldiers coping?
It is a very difficult situation for them, Andrea, because, there's, on the one hand, there's the actual advance on Daesh, the taking over of areas in Mosul from Daesh. But the other part of the equation is actually clearing areas from any Daesh presence, and that's proving to be very difficult. And that is why civilians continue to be hit. Now, at the makeshift hospital that we visited, most of the civilians there were actually people who lived in areas that were no longer under Daesh control, but they were still being targeted. Many were getting injured and some were killed as a result. And that's because Daesh is really deeply entrenched among the civilian population. It knows the area, it knows Mosul better than anybody else because it's had it all to itself for the last 2 years. And because it's so entrenched, it's inflicting a lot of damage and casualty onto the civilian population of Mosul.
Zeina, now we're seeing some reports that a senior Daesh commander has actually been killed. What more information do you have on that?
We are seeing reports that the so-called information minister of Daesh, a man supposedly by the name of Ziad Kharoufa, has been killed in an airstrike in the western part of the city. Now, we don't have confirmation of that news. If it is true, however, that would deal a blow to the group because of the significance of its media empire. I mean, I can't really overemphasize how sophisticated the propaganda machine of Daesh is. When we were in Mosul, we saw one of the newspaper issues of Daesh, and when you actually look at it, it actually covers the news of the day, both in Iraq and internationally. And this was all the information people inside Mosul had for a long time. Daesh has a radio station, 95.5 FM, that they broadcast to people inside Mosul. We listen to it. It tells people what's happening in the world. It calls on Daesh supporters to resist the Iraqi army, and it plays, extremist propaganda, effectively. So if this man is indeed killed in this airstrike, then that will probably deal the group a blow because of how much it's relied on its media empire.
Okay, Zeina Awad joining us there from Erbil. Thanks so much for that.